Good evening and welcome to Wembley for England's European Championship qualifier against Croatia. It's been a little precarious at times, but this game was always going to count.
We're looking for an English performance, a performance of pride, passion, attitude, character.
That glaring chance fell to me and it should have been taken.
Scott Reel here for Steve McLaren for the first time.
Croatia have never lost a home qualifier. Robinson is beaten! Oh, Robinson, it's the worst goal that you will ever see England concede.
And the England supporters have every reason to feel absolutely furious.
It's a must-win game for England, it really is. Nothing less than 3 points will suffice here.
And there's a chance for the first goal. It's there. Oh, Michael Owen. Yes. It's almost like old times. Ah, Rio Ferdinand.
It's not often you get an enjoyable game with England.
A win and England qualified today. And here's Rooney! Oh, what a goal! Wayne Rooney has conceded the penalty. It was outside the penalty area. And England are behind in a game they must not lose.
I'm just sick because we had it and it's been taken away.
And England start to pray.
This crucial game in England's group in the race for Euro 2008. Here's a real chance, and Israel have taken the lead. A great chance for Billiardino, and he scored the equaliser. And he's hit the post. The agony as well for England fans at home, but Israel are coming forward. It's a great chance to win it, and they have.
It felt like Arrow was when I was a fan, difficult to watch. It was unbelievable, the heart in the mouth stuff.
The control's back in our hands and we need to deliver on the pitch.
Judging by the twists and turns of this qualification campaign, a packed Wembley Stadium could well be in for a tense evening. It may have been somewhat through the back door, but as I'm sure you already know, a draw or better against Croatia, and we'll have something to look forward to next summer. A win by 2-0 or better, and England would actually top the group. Here to offer words of comfort, or possibly not, Alan Hansen, Alan Shearer and Ian Wright. That was an excruciating watch, Israel-Russia.
It was an amazing game because obviously Israel scored first, the Russians equalised, and the Russians were in total control of that match, and England were praying for a draw. Then, I mean, you can see the clock here, it's 89 minutes and 17 seconds, and you think this is in, it's all over. Hits the post, goes wide, and then look at the clock again. About 30 seconds later, the ball whizzes at 90 minutes and 6 seconds. It whizzes across the goal. That could have gone in. The Israelis got the pitch and score, and it gives England a lifeline.
England have got that reprieve, Alan. The important thing is to make the most of the slice of luck when you get it.
Being given a chance, now you've got to take it, and that's vitally important. And anyone that's ever heard any player in football say the dividing line between success and failure is so small, that's what we mean. The width of a post is so small, because if that had gone in, different story. But as I said, we've got a chance, we've got to take it. The pitch out there is pretty awful with all the rain we've had, but it should be a great evening. I'm very confident tonight.
Ian, how have England got to go about this game tonight?
Well, I think we've got to be positive. Everybody's talking about the one up front and, you know, trying to support him while we're playing defensively. I don't think we are. I think we've got players who have been given the licence to go and attack and support Peter Crouch as much as they can. And I think if they do that, I think that it won't be a problem. I think we'll get many players up in their box.
A draw would suffice, but you don't want to play for a draw. You don't want to have it 10, 15 minutes to go where it's 0-0 and everybody gets on edge. I think, like Ian said, you've got to be positive. Go and finish them off. I mean, England, all right, they're without Rooney and Owen, but they've still got enough firepower there to finish the Croatians off.
Well, Alan, of course, mentioned the state of the surface just a few minutes ago. It's been raining in London over the last hour or so, and you can see that the pitch is pretty waterlogged. I don't know whether the game's in danger of being called off. Perhaps they should call it off and call it a draw. We all go home early.
It's great for the England goalkeeper, isn't it? You know, one mistake and you're out, and inexperienced back four in front of him, and then you've got to play in that. And
does that favour either of the two sides?
I don't think it does. I think you've just got to get out there and give it what you've got. And
you're loving it as a forward.
As a centre forward, you're in there. You're trying to pick up the pieces off both goalkeepers. It'll be a tricky night for them.
Well, yeah, that's right. It's a defender's nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, the ball's skidding about there. Easy to make a mistake for centre backs or the goalkeeper.
That's what you get when you let that American football on your turf.
Exactly. All the pictures we got as well.
This, of course, is not a unique situation for England. Qualification almost invariably comes down to the final group game. And by and large, it turns out okay.
Oh, there's a chance there to go. Poor Mariner.
And England getting home with a smack of wood.
Nika. Oh, yes. It's there for England.
For David Beckham to repeat that feat this evening, of course, he'll have to come off the bench. At this stage, it's very important for us not to be complacent, so we should probably remind you that there was one famous occasion here at Wembley where it went a bit Pete Tong.
Win or bust, the atmosphere here at Wembley arguably more gripping than at the 1966 World Cup final. Curry, Shannon, Bell, great stop! Clark, another good save. And it's there! And England in terrible trouble. That's inside, surely. Yes, it is! A penalty! And he's made it! And England are alive again. Peters, Hunter again, right foot!
Purgatory. I remember it ever so well, and the interesting thing, of course, is that that result would do for England tonight. On that occasion, they had to win. Sir Alf Ramsey, who'd already won the World Cup for England, lost his job. I don't know what chance Steve McLaren will get.
Well, the other thing is, as Al was quite rightly pointing out, it's a thin dividing line between success and failure, because in goals that night for Poland, Tomaszewski had an unbelievable game, and Shilton, who was the best goalkeeper you've ever seen, made the mistake. So, you know, anything can happen, but as I say, the most important thing for England is to be positive here, go out and get after them and finish the game off.
Are you old enough to remember that, Shearer?
No, I was just going to let Hansen talk about that, 1973. I was only 3 then.
Right,
I was 10. I remember it. I couldn't understand why everybody was so upset. I thought England were brilliant on the day, but we just didn't win. That's how I saw it, you know what I mean? But like, I just remember trying to pronounce Tomaszewski's name all the time when we went to school the next day.
Got it now.
Well, you did better than me.
Well, I know it now, yeah. Yeah.
Let's hear from England's reprieve manager, Steve McLaren, spoke to Ray Stubbs just a few minutes ago.
Steve, first things first, all the best to you and your players. You picked Scott Carson in goal. You were rock solid in support of Paul Robinson. What changed?
I think just events, things that have happened in previous games. But also Scott Carson, we had high hopes for him at the beginning of the season. His form's very good. We feel it's just the right decision.
Paul doesn't even make the bench. Is it the situation you feel he's not in the right frame of mind given he's been dropped?
Again, just we feel it's the right thing to do and take him out the heat completely. We've said to him he's coming back to form with Spurs just of late. And he's got a future with England, no problem with that.
What decided you about leaving David Beckham on the bench?
I think we're playing sort of a 4-3-3 with Peter Crouch up, and we just needed pace on the flanks, and I think Sean Wright-Phillips provides us with that, and Joe Cole on the other side. They're used to it, they play like that with Chelsea. And Sean Wright-Phillips is really, the last 3 games at Wembley, has not let England down.
If you need anyone to come off the bench and score a free kick, as what happened in 2001, no better person.
Absolutely. We've said it's important, not just the 11 that start, but also the subs, because it's going to be a 95-minute game, and it's going to go right to the wire, right to the end, and we need players coming off that bench who can give us an impact.
How do you want your team to play? Will Steven Gerrard support Peter Crouch? Will you try and get as many people as possible forward?
as many people as possible as we can. I think we've got that with Frank and Stevie G from midfield. I think we've got that from the flanks with Sean Wright-Phillips and Joe Cole. And that's what we're looking to do. And we're looking to play football. We're looking to be aggressive. We're looking to take the game to Croatia. We're looking to play in their half, high tempo, get about them. You've seen the conditions. They're going to be difficult. And so they're going to be tiring and sapping. So subs are going to be very, very important.
How do you describe the mood? Surely there must be a few nerves around.
Yeah, I think it's steely resolve. I think it's they know they know they've got the opportunity. They know there's no excuses now. We have to go out, cross that white line, do the job, make sure we qualify.
You're about to give the most important team talk of your career. What'll be at the heart of what you say?
I think attitude and whatever it takes to win. And the game's over 95 minutes, and we've got the will, we've got the energy, we've got the fitness. We've got to make that count.
All the very best to you. Good luck.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
This is the team that Steve McLaren has selected this evening, whether it be a 4-3-3 as he described it or a 4-5-1. I guess events throughout the night we'll see. What do you think, Alan?
Well, it can be very flexible. You know, you've got Crouch up there as an isolated front man, but the most important thing about that is getting people to support him. You've got 4 attacking midfield players there, with Barry just sitting in the hole protecting the back 4. Now, I've seen Gerrard play just off Crouch a number of times at Anfield, and he does it very, very well. So the most important thing is getting the balance between defence and attack with that selection.
One or two big decisions he's had to make. Alan, the Scott Carson one, he's left out Robinson.
Yeah.
Would you go along with that?
I really would. I mean, I don't think it's the end for Paul Robinson by any means. I still think he's a very, very good goalkeeper, but he's having a bad time, and there's no hiding, getting away from that. He's made mistakes that have cost England goals and cost England games, and I think it's the right decision to take him out of the firing line. He had a choice between Carson and David James, and although he didn't have a great amount to do in his debut against Austria, what he had to do, he'd done very well. So, I mean, what a huge night for him. What a huge night. It's just
tricky
incredible.
conditions as well, Ian. I mean,
Well,
it's a brave decision, but managers have to make them.
it is a brave decision, and it was one that I couldn't see. I didn't see it coming, especially in such a big game. You take Sol Campbell out of that equation, you're looking at a very inexperienced back 4, a very important department for England tonight. So, you know, he must have so much confidence in Scott Carson. You know, the way you see him, even just diving about there, he looks like he's up for it. So, you know what I mean? Good luck to him. If he comes through this test in this big game and does well, then, you know, we're looking maybe at a new #1 for a while.
You sniggered a bit, Hansen. You think it's a bit tricky for him tonight?
Well, I just think the conditions are abysmal for a goalkeeper in a game of this magnitude, and it's like Al said, it's a massive test for the boy. 22 years of age, you know, one mistake and you're out the European Championships. But the other thing is that, you know, he could become a hero.
Exactly.
You'd still be saying the same thing about Paul Robinson if he was playing. Got the conditions, but what a nightmare for him tonight. He can't afford to make any mistakes. It's the same.
In front of him, as you both pointed out, he'll have the experience of Sol Campbell.
Yeah,
It's
Sol's
been
great.
a terrific campaign for England over a number of years, and he'll be needed tonight.
He's a huge player, and he's...
He is huge, he's massive.
I mean,
He's 6 feet away.
Ferdinand and Terrier out, and when he's came and he's done a great job, and I don't think he'll let anyone down. He's an experienced campaigner, as Wrighty said before. He's certainly the most experienced in that back 4, and he'll be well needed tonight.
I think
He's had a great season in Portsmouth as well. You know, vastly experienced. Against the Russians, I thought he was absolutely magnificent. This is a header under pressure.
brilliant.
Brilliant. Again, time and time, he just reads it, comes across here. We circle him there. It's just brilliant reading the game to get across there. And every time you see him play, it's the interceptions, time to perfection that was, in a vital area, because if he gets that wrong, it's a penalty kick. And then positionally, the last one coming up, is he gets in a great position here. He knows exactly where the opposition are, and the ball is fantastic. But he's had a great, as I say, it's a great season. The common denominator in every one of those clips is that they're defending deep.
Yeah, there's Peter Crouch there. My one concern about this side is that there's no threat behind the Croatian defence. Peter Crouch very slow, no pace. They've got to get players beyond.
Well, I've played in the position that he's played tonight many times, and you've hit the nail on the head there. It's all right getting people up to support him, people have actually got to run beyond him and stretch the teams. Otherwise, I think England will have a difficult night. Yes, he's got to hold the ball up, which he can do. Yes, he'll have to flick it on at times to bring other people into the game. But another big onus is on Gerrard, is on Lampard, is on Sean Wright.
Otherwise, Croatia know there's no threat behind them. They can play very high.
Squeeze it in.
The only thing against that is the state of the pitch. Like, it's very, very difficult to play in behind and keep it in that area because he's going to skid away from you. You know, if they get it into his feet and, like they say, get the support run about him, then they can cause problems.
I think that's what I think Croatia will do that as well, because they'll be saying that if they don't get the support team quick enough, after his first touch, they'll be right on him. So he's going to have to really he's going to have to really hold the ball up well tonight.
I read your column this morning, Righty.
What did I say?
You said that David Beckham should play instead of Sean Wright.
Well, the thing about it is, if I'm going to be totally honest, what I was thinking on the...
Did you get a phone call from him this morning?
I didn't, but I haven't spoken to him for 2 days.
He'll never speak to you again,
I don't think so. Hopefully he does well tonight and we can just...
So McLaren's got it wrong picking your boy?
It's tomorrow's chip paper. You know, and hopefully he won't have read it, because I told him...
Whatever happened to nepotism?
Never read the papers on the day of a game, and I'm hoping he didn't. The thing about it is that we're thinking we've got a 6'9" striker. We've got a guy who's arguably one of the greatest crosses that we've ever produced, and I thought that that might have swayed it for him. But I am delighted for Sean. He's got in there on merit, like Steve McLaren.
Even though you don't think he's good enough.
Well, like Macca, because you call him Stevie G Macca, he said that he's in there on merit.
He definitely shouldn't be playing, right, Phillips?
I think
no way he should have played.
I think one of the reasons that he is playing is because of Peter Crouch up there on his own. He is another player that can actually get beyond him and run past Peter Crouch with his pace.
But he's got this great understanding with the right back as well. You know, when the right back who tends to get forward, Sean fills in.
Absolutely.
Hey, and
the energy and the pace to get him
fantastically well, by the way, in England games recently.
Yeah, exactly.
Here at Wembley.
Got to remember here that Croatia are actually a very strong outfit. They're top of the group, 3 points clear of England.
It's a jolly up for them, really, at Wembley. The best thing about it is that we've got bad weather for them, so they might not want to come and show us their greatest skills in that. I'm hoping that anyway.
I would be far, far more worried if England had to go to Croatia. I know Croatia are qualified and people can say, well, they can take the foot off the gas, and well, maybe so, but they're not on their home patch, which I think...
A couple of familiar faces, 3 players in the Premiership, Eduardo, Kranjčar, and of course Korluka.
Kranjčar's the one I'm afraid of, really. Of course, like Eduardo, I haven't seen enough of him playing. He's obviously a good goal scorer, but Kranjčar is having a good season at Portsmouth, and he's a quality footballer.
Very good technically. They'll keep a hold of the ball well, and they'll use the ball well. The most important, the biggest aspect for England is to get after them early. You know, high tempo, get in about them, and like you've said, they've already qualified.
Let them know they're in for
Let them know they're in for a big game.
A word now from England's captain, part of the 5-man midfield. Steven Gerrard has been talking to Ray.
In Moscow, you're discussing the chance that just went wide. Gloom and doom on the night. And now what a difference in mood.
Yeah, of course. I mean, from the, after the Russia game, the mood, and, it's been difficult being an England player, facing interviews. But now the control's back in our hands, and we need to deliver on the pitch on Wednesday. And I think enough's being said in the build-up to this get-together. Now it's time for the players to do the talking on the pitch.
Big debate about the formation, 4-5-1. How will that affect your role?
Well, obviously I'll have to adapt slightly. But I think formations and systems, it's just all gossip before a game, really. And the players will be prepared. We've worked on it for the last couple of days, and your critics will say it's quite a negative formation, but you can also look at it as a 4-3-3 formation, and you're playing with 3 forwards, so we've got to be organised and hard to beat defensively. But when we're going forward, you've got to take the shackles off and get up and support the big man. He's learning and he's improving his game all the time, and his record for England's fantastic. And he's desperate to do well at this level.
How are you enjoying the responsibility of leading England?
Yeah, I'm loving it. I mean, obviously, I'd love to have John leading us out. He's a big player for us and he's our real leader, but I'm enjoying the responsibility. I've done it for Liverpool for more than 5 years now in big games and on big nights, so you play well on the pitch and hopefully others will follow around you. Obviously, I'll say a few things in the dressing room, but for me the most important thing is to do my talking on the pitch, and hopefully that'll give other players around me a lift.
Talk about captain's performances. Remember David Beckham at Old Trafford against Greece?
Yeah, I'd settle for that on Wednesday. You know, it was Roy the Rovers stuff from David that day. You know, he was fantastic. But you know, I'd take 3 points now and just a normal performance. It's all about the results.
This is big time. How do you keep calm?
It is big time, but as a player, these are the games you want to play in. This is where I get me buzzers from. Big games for Liverpool and big games for England, and you know, it's getting close now. I'm looking forward to kick-off, and that's what you want. You want the responsibility of having to deliver for the whole country in big games, and that's what gives me a buzz.
Big player for England today. What do you think it suits him and Lampard, that system with Barry playing as the holding player? They perhaps can work together this way.
I hope so. You know, they've got the quality to do it. They've got the insurance with Gareth Barry, so I can't see why not. He's used to playing that with Peter Crouch, supporting Peter Crouch, so I can't see how, with a player of his quality, he's not going to take advantage of the situation.
I think the question marks have always been asked in a four-man midfield of whether Gerrard and Lampard can play together. I think this system should actually suit them.
Yeah.
They don't have to worry about too much what's behind them because Gareth Barry's behind them, and they both like bombing on and getting past Peter Crouch, so it should actually suit them tonight.
The other thing is, of course, that the two of them are playing really well for the clubs, which, you know, Gerrard was going through a lean patch and Lampard was going through a lean patch. I think this is a night. It's big hearts, strong minds, high tempo. Be scared of one thing and one thing only, and that's failure. Go and get them finished long before the last 15 minutes, because I'm telling you, if it's a draw with 15 minutes to go,
we don't want that.
everybody will be so edgy.
Whoa, I'll come back from negative town, man. Where are you going to negative town?
England are going to win.
Okay.
I'm just saying, be wary.
Okay.
We don't want to draw 15 minutes to go.
I thought
I couldn't stand it in the studio.
I thought he was taking a left turn to negative town, man. You better come back, baby.
Are you in positive town?
I'm in a positive mood. We've been given a chance. Let's make the most of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the final rally call there, just before they go out in, what will it be for you?
Well, I think that, like we say, it's in our own hands now, and we have got the opportunity to beat a team who have already qualified. I think what we should do is go out there and play at a good tempo. What's going to make them say, we're already there, let's just have a nice night here tonight. And hopefully the boys will just ram it down their throats all day long.
It's not often in football where another team gives you something. Israel gave us something on Saturday. We've got to take it now.
I love Israel.
I'm going to be really positive here. I think England will win, and I think they'll win comfortably.
We'll get on quick for a change. OK, so it's England versus Croatia. The stakes are high. Don't forget, if you've got high definition, to switch to the BBC HD channel. Your commentators here at Wembley tonight are Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
Thank you, Gary. Along with 86,000 or more inside the stadium, those who haven't arrived yet, there may be some empty seats. That's because there's a lot of congestion outside, but this match has to start on time by UEFA rules. And it wouldn't be England, would it, if it didn't go right to the wire? You drew a comparison in the studio early with Poland in 1973. I had the unenviable job that night of interviewing Alf Ramsey after the game. I just hope it's a more comfortable scenario for Ray Stubbs when he talks to Steve McLaren in just over 2 hours' time. But having said that, England's record since then, when the chips are down, has been remarkably good. 8 of their previous 9 attempts to qualify for a championship have gone to their last match in the group, and on 7 of those occasions, England have got the result that they needed. So the only exception being when they failed to qualify for the 1994 World Cup. There have been some hair-raising moments, and we heard David Beckham's free kick referred to several times. Lineker's volley in Poznan, some heroic displays like Glenn Hoddle's team holding Italy in Rome, Peter Shilton in Poland in 1989, without which there would have been no Italian 90 for Bobby Robson and no tears from Gaza. So the list goes on, and it may just be that we're in for another one of those cliffhangers tonight. We shall see. Now, down there in the tunnel, as well as the team coming out, the star names missing tonight have been in the dressing room. Ferdinand, Terry, Owen and Rooney. But just now, what a different reception England would have got had Israel not beaten Russia on Saturday night. As it is, what could have been a very awkward night at Wembley becomes an optimistic one, as you'll hear.
Those mascots in front there, one of them sponsors nationwide, have found a lad from Buckinghamshire, Findlay Fulford, whose grandfather played for England 90 years ago. There's a bit of history attached to that lineup, but here come the officials. His Royal Highness Prince William, the President of the Football Association, being accompanied by Jeff Thompson, the FA Chairman, along with the other officers from the two football associations, and they need their umbrellas because it's absolutely teeming here. National anthems to be sung by Tony Henry.
3, 2, 1.
Will really be pleased with the respect that got, because their anthem was badly treated in Macedonia on Saturday. The conditions there you can see for yourselves, and as the officials come out to meet the teams, Mark Lawrence, and the first question I'm going to put to you tonight is about the pitch, because Slaven Bilic was, well, to say the least, critical about it last night, and Steve McLaren's staff are none too pleased with it either, I can tell you.
Well, I think, John, you've got to go back some 3.5 weeks to the game of American football that was played on here. I think that was experimental. I don't think it will ever be done again, certainly not in the month of October because of the weather we get in this country. That apart, it's just something that England have to deal with. It's the same for both teams. Get on with it. You can always go on about the pitch later on. Don't forget the last pitch they played on in a major international game was actually a plastic pitch.
It was, and I have to also say it's a much better surface than the one Croatia played on in Macedonia in Skopje on Saturday night. That pitch was virtually unplayable. The ball would not move properly, and Croatia in the second half, once they knew they'd qualified, really, frankly, they went through the motions and lost 2-0. But it was worse than this even, I can tell you, but this is bad enough. And there are concerns, surely, here about the pitch at the new Wembley.
Well, there are, but, I mean, that's up for the FA and the people of Wembley to be sorted. I think just the thing for England tonight is to get through this game and ensure qualification.
Well, we have underlined the fact that England could win the group still, but let's put qualification as the first priority. Now then, the inexperience of Carson, Richards, Lescott and Wright Phillips means more responsibility for seasoned internationals like Sol Campbell winning his 73rd cap, Captain Steven Gerrard his 63rd, Frank Lampard reaches the 60 mark tonight with 13 goals, 2 of them against Croatia, 1 on his England debut and 1 in Euro 2004. 3 Premier League regulars, as Gary said, in the Croatia starting lineup. Right back Vedran Čorluka, part of the Eriksson revival at Manchester City. On the left side of midfield, Nico Cranchar of Portsmouth. And from the leaders' Arsenal, number 22, Eduardo da Silva, Brazilian-born, but scorer of 10 goals in the qualifiers, including the first against England in Zagreb last year. The Kovac brothers have 143 caps between them. Defenders Dario Simic and Josip Simunic were both sent off by Graham Poll against Australia in the World Cup, the latter after being shown the now infamous 3 yellow cards. As for the substitutes, Steve McLaren had to choose people who might need to close out the game, like Wes Brown and Owen Hargreaves, who might be required to change the game, like David Beckham, who hasn't started on the bench for England since the 1998 World Cup, or players who might be called upon to save or win the game, like Jermaine Defoe and Darren Bent, who between them have started only 5 Premier League games for Tottenham this season. What a responsibility, Mark Lawrenson, for this young man.
Well, not only him, John, as well. I mean, if you look, you take Campbell out of England's back four and Bridge, Lescott, Richards and Carson, 40 caps between them. 40 caps only. You just said about the Kovac brothers for Croatia. 143. Big difference.
It is no Gary Neville, no John Terry, no Rio Ferdinand, no Ashley Cole, and a new goalkeeper. That's the setup. Now the referee tonight is Peter Freudfeldt from Sweden, and he has his compatriots on the line. England are wearing all white and will play in the first half from left to right in this critical European Championship qualifier. A draw or a win will do. Defeat, if Russia win in Andorra tonight, means England are out. And just having a look straight away, it'll be Olic up front with Eduardo for Croatia. And Steve McLaren needs the shelter, perhaps in more ways than one.
Yeah, rather pensive looking Steve McLaren as well.
But also just keeping an eye on Northern Ireland tonight. It would be something of a miracle if they were to get through. It's 0-0 in Spain at the moment for them, and Sweden and Latvia are 1-1. So Latvia are doing their bit at the moment for the Irish. You can see Northern Ireland by pressing the red button. But if you're sticking with us, and I hope you are, it's going to be some night here. This is Slaven Bilic, well known to supporters of West Ham and Everton. Was in the Croatia team that went to the 1998 World Cup semi-final. In fact, they finished 3rd in '98. And he also played here when they played their first international at Wembley in '96, when Terry Venables was the England coach. Now, can England force something straight away with Wright Phillips? Wearing 10. 7 is Barry. Croatia have snapped that up pretty cleanly. It was Cernar, the number 11, who got it away. Chorluka. Cernar really plays right side midfield. That's where he is now. Chorluka, as you know, is a bit of a buccaneer when he comes forward. And the referee there says carry on. England have the ball, but he won't now.
I think from England's original move, when Peter Crouch flicked the ball on, both Joe Cole and Sean Wright-Phillips were in a very advanced position.
Well, it's a question of who we can get close to Crouch, Mark, isn't it, to give him some support?
Yeah.
Whether that comes from the centre of midfield with Lampard and Gerrard, and Barry, of course, is a cover for them, isn't he?
Well, if you look at them at the moment, England are 4-3-3, John, not 4-5-1.
So they are. Here's Campbell. Yes, they've got Joe Cole and Wright Phillips pushed a long way down the pitch. Forward by Sol Campbell. This is looking for Crouch. Wayne Bridge. Cole tries to find his Chelsea colleague. Big spread of Chelsea players in the side tonight.
Well, which is why they're playing 4-3-3 with Cole and Wright Phillips, who are used to playing those positions for Chelsea. The other thing as well, long ball into Peter Crouch, and Croatia just dropped off him and let him have the ball.
Some real experience back there. Dario Simic, his 95th cap tonight. Robert Kovac, his 70th. They've been together a long time, this team. Niko Kovac is 36 years of age in midfield. obviously quite neat ball players. That's Kranjčar. This is Modric. More of him in a minute. He's the rising star of Croatian football. Keep your eye on the number 14. Still with Dinamo Zagreb, but liable to move in January, and I'm led to believe, among other clubs, Chelsea interested. Top player. Cernar. Bit of a tangle there, and England get the free kick. What a relief it would be if England could get an early goal. This is Barry. Gerrard. The pitch on this side is the worst area. It's where Micah Richards and Wright Phillips have got to play in the first half. Niko Kovac. Good turn. Modric. Wright Phillips. Crouch in the centre waiting. Still waiting. Josip Siminic's got a foot in. Kranjčar. Eduardo was the target there. Bridge. Steve McLaren appealed for big backing from the Wembley crowd. He's getting it in the early stages. Barry. Gareth Barry there is being called to the referee. If anybody got a yellow card tonight, it wouldn't be the end of the world. They're wiped out at the end of the qualifiers, but a red card would mean you miss the first game in the finals.
I think the referee's also got to take into account the state of the pitch, isn't he?
Well, Bilic described it last night as an ice rink. This is Wright Phillips. Micah Richards. Gerrard got that ball in. Oh, a flying, well, an attempt at a flying header. Joe Cole was very low to the ground there.
Yeah, nobody picked him up as well. It's a nice run, late run.
Ball moved very quickly to the other end here by Croatia. There's certainly no suggestion early on, Mark, that they've come to make up the numbers having qualified.
No, well, they're very good technically, John, as everybody knows, and they will keep the ball. It's just be interesting to see that the longer this game goes on in terms of into the tackle, exactly what the Croatians think of it.
Jolyon Lescott to Gareth Barry, two players who a few months ago wouldn't have thought they'd be in this game. This is Gerrard, Wright Phillips. Looking for Crouch. Oh, it's a header back surely here for Lampard.
Great ball from Wright Phillips, diagonal to the far post, just what Crouch feeds on.
Gerrard was a foul off the ball. The referee played an advantage. Wright Phillips is behind Simunic. And this is Kranjčar. And now Modric.
I think already, John, Siminic's the left back. Looks very, very uncomfortable when Wright Phillips is running at him.
He started his career as a centre-back, as I recall, Mark, didn't he?
Well, he's playing at left back like a centre-back.
That's Robert Kovac to the player who is at centre-back, which is Simic. Robert Kovac.
That was just a ball in from Wright Phillips. Great ball to Crouch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just whipped away from Frank Lampard by Robert Kovac, wasn't it? This is Cernar. It's come across to Kranjčar. Eduardo in the centre. Kranjčar will shoot from here. Oh, it's gone right through! It's deceived Scott Carson, and England are a goal down after only 7.5 minutes. The very thing they didn't want to happen, and particularly to the young goalkeeper. What on earth went on? Was that the pitch, I wonder? Niko Kranjčar. And there didn't seem to be any danger here at first when the ball went out to him. He comes slightly inside Micah Richards, and it's gone in off the goalkeeper almost, Mark Lawrence.
Well, the first rule of goalkeeping, John, is keep your eye on the ball, but also get your body in front of the ball, and then if you happen to miss it, it hits your body and comes back out. That is just a pure lack of concentration by Carson.
What a shattering blow for England, for Carson, and indeed for Steve McLaren, who made the selection. First real attack that Croatia had had, and it's Nico Cranshire. And Wembley has suddenly gone from almost euphoric to very, very nervous. England have forced a free kick, though. This is the time to hit back. Well, that was not in the script.
It's like the stadium's in a state of shock, isn't it?
Yes. Gerrard will take the free kick for England out on the left-hand side. Sol Campbell is forward, so is Micah Richards, so is Jolyon Lescott. Crouch the deepest. But it's an easy one for Petikosa, overhit by Gerrard.
Yeah, it's a total waste, John, as well. It is so simple for the goalkeeper. I think it's his second touch, but it's just the easy.
Spain have taken the lead against Northern Ireland, incidentally. But what is patently obvious is that England are one behind to Croatia. Joe Cole. Crouch! Chance for a shot, maybe no. For Wright Phillips, perhaps. Petikosa makes the save. Cover arriving. Robert Kovac. Could have been the equaliser by Wright Phillips.
And the only problem for Wright Phillips in England was it was straight at Petikosa.
That's a free kick to Croatia, yes, but it could have done the same to Petikosa as they did to Carson.
I don't think he had as long to think about it. That was the thing. Good ball from Crouch as well, just stretching. Played Wright Phillips through, one touch, and it's a hit, but right at him. It's a good save, but it's a comfortable save, John, for a goalkeeper.
OK. Petikosa is very experienced, 65th cap tonight. Plays for Spartak Moscow, nearly went to Fulham at one time, I remember. Well, the crowd are doing their best to help dig England out of a great big hole. Cranshire, this is Eduardo now. Oh, dear me, what must Scott Carson be going through here?
I was just going to say to you, I just hope one of the more experienced players has had a little word with him, and I don't think they have. Just on the basis of, you know, just get on with it, don't worry about him. I mean, it was more Frank Carson than Scott, wasn't it?
I'm afraid so. 7 minutes. England go a goal down. Richards. Wright Phillips. Gerrard. Cole's got bridge and support. There's the cross. Crouch!
Good defended by Robert Kovac, just did enough to put Crouch off. Good ball in though.
England come away with it again though. Gerrard. And again they look for Peter Crouch. And the others following up for the knockback. It's away by Chorluka. Down the line for Cernar. Challenged by Barry. Gerrard is driving the team forward here. Wright Phillips. Micah Richards has made the run. Chance for England, surely. No! It wasn't going in anyway from Crouch. But here's Joe Cole and here's Bridge.
Well, it was a brilliant pass to play Micah Richards in. Absolutely brilliant. And his ball across was good as well. Crouch just couldn't sort his feet out.
Lampard. Barry. And now Campbell. This time Crouch heads back towards Lampard. Nico Kovac has immediately sussed that Lampard is running onto those touches, and Eduardo is away here for Croatia. Oh, is he offside? Kovac. Oh, it's gone in. And is the flag up? The flag is not up. And Olic has scored. Has scored for Croatia. It's 2-0. You can't believe this. 13 minutes gone and It's Olic. Ivica Olic here, picking it up from Eduardo. Is he off? Is he off?
No.
No, he's not off. He's level. And he goes round Carson, and Olic has made it 2-0 to Croatia after 13 minutes. Arsenal's Eduardo made the pass. It cuts out the centre-backs. I think Bridge was playing him onside. Certainly somebody was. And Olic has an easy chance.
John, there's no argument. Definitely onside. I think the problem was from England's point of view. They thought Eduardo da Silva, when he cut in from the right on his left, was going to hit it. And he played a sumptuous little pass to Olic, who timed his run to perfection.
This is hard to believe, although it's happening right in front of us. Gerrard. England have now got to find 2 goals from somewhere to save this man's job and to qualify for the European Championships.
They've also got to have 10 minutes of not conceding another one.
Correct. Barry. This is Crouch. Off. Richards. Right, Phillips. Came off Josip Simunic. What a baptism in competitive international football for the 22-year-old goalkeeper. Couldn't be blamed for the second one. Absolutely exposed. Here's Micah Richards with the throw. Peter Crouch gets up there. Croatia get it away. My goodness, they've come to play, Croatia. Eduardo. Ivica Olic is remembered in Croatia for scoring a very famous goal against Italy in the World Cup in Japan. But if he's looking for another one for his scrapbook, one at Wembley will do nicely.
Well, the timing of the run was brilliant. I mean, England defensively were statuesque, but the great timing.
This is Wright Phillips. Dear me. Modric. Well, I'm not often lost for words, Laura, but just sum up that first 15 minutes for me, will you?
From England's point of view, I think nightmare's probably the best I can come up with. The other problem as well, John, it's a Croatian side who are very, very good at keeping the ball. This is the goal. We all think here Eduardo is going to cut inside, he's going to hit it. And he just played the ball through Sol Campbell's legs. And I don't know who was standing or just playing for offside. It was criminal from England's point of view. You have to go with the runner.
He was level with the man in the left-back position. There was no question that the assistant referee was right. Lescott to Campbell. Gareth Barry. In goes Cranshire. Right, Phillips right in the corner. He didn't want to get anything on that at all. And as a result of it, it's merely a goal kick. Well, until tonight, England had only conceded 4 goals in this qualifying group. 2 of them were in Croatia, 2 were in Russia. Now they've conceded 2 more. And the rain really is falling all around Steve McLaren in England.
Well, they've not really recovered from the first goal, have they?
This is Wright Phillips. Bridge, Cole outside him. Oh, and Wright Phillips did well to try and get something on that. But as Mark Lawrenson rightly says, every time Croatia come out of defence, you worry. This is Cranchard, he's put that one out.
Well, the other thing as well, John, every time the ball's played into the Croatian 18-yard box, it's coming out to one of their own players, and they're just getting the foot on the ball and starting to attack from very, very deep.
Yeah, Cranchard at Portsmouth does love to come inside on his right foot from the left-sided position. He does love a shot at goal. He's not a prolific scorer as it happens, but he's certainly put his name on the Wembley record sheet tonight. And of course the other player involved in the second goal, Eduardo, is an Arsenal player. Surely the overseas players from our own Premier League are not going to knock us out, are they? Here's Campbell. Just to keep the record straight, it's Andorra 0, Russia 0 after 20 minutes.
That couldn't happen, could it?
Sweden are leading Latvia 2-1, which is bad news for Northern Ireland. This is Gerrard. It's a free kick to England.
Well, they wasted their last free kick from roughly the same area, but the other side, and it's important to get this one right. Lescott's up, Campbell's up, Crouch is in there as well.
Well, yes, it's Gareth Barry who's going to take it with his left foot here. Plenty of England players forward again. God, they desperately need a goal back here. Well, the referee seems to have... OK, he's getting the signal now. Comes off the Croatian head, it's a corner.
And that's another waste, John. 2 free kicks in good positions, 2 wasted free kicks.
It's going to be headed away. We've obviously got to hope as well now that not only do England recover in this game, but that if they can't, that Russia do us a favour or rather Andorra do us a favour against Russia. That is still a mathematical possibility. This is Cole. Barry. Bridge. What a weird old group this has been, hasn't it, from beginning to end? So unpredictable.
It's getting more weird by the minute.
I don't think we can expect too much from Andorra. They've lost all 29 of their qualifiers.
Yeah, but
as you say, in the context of what's happening just around this group at the moment, probably beat Russia 1-0.
Get the mat out.
All of which is not disturbing Croatia, where Modric has just planted this ball too far ahead of Eduardo. 21 minutes gone. If you came in late, well, I don't know what to say really. You probably glad you did. Now, as it stands at the moment, England would still qualify because Russia have not taken the lead in Andorra. It's when Russia score that changes, or when England score twice. Sol Campbell with the free kick. It goes to Crouch, but it heads just tamely through to Pretty-Kosa.
But the thing about that, John, is that Crouch can't do any more with that ball, so somebody's got to gamble. If it's Cole, Lampard, Wright Phillips, you know it's going in there. Gamble, run the other side.
Robert Kovac, Simic, Niko Kovac to his brother. This is Eduardo, but this time there is an offside flag up.
Just as well for Sol Campbell, who's caught slightly unaware there. The other thing, going back to Croatia, John, you talked about Robert Kovac, the number 4, the lad who plays at the back. He's just a get-out. He's a safety ball every single time. If they're struggling, it goes back to him. He gets it under control, and he just starts Croatia playing again.
Well, if we've only got one striker, then they've got a spare centre-back, haven't they?
They certainly have.
Oh, Bridge is on his backside here. Oh, he handled it, didn't he?
He did.
Well, don't know what's going on between Cernar and Bridge, but the referee needs to sort it out.
I think he said it was a foul.
Pitch is very slippery on that side. That's an excuse, well, it certainly is for the way Bridge fell. I've no doubt the news of England going 2 down has been quickly transmitted to Gus Hiddink. This is Cranshaw. Well, we had to depend on Israel, now we've got to depend on Andorra, is that right?
Yeah. How well are we going then?
Well, that's hit right, Phillips, and gone out for a throw.
I don't think Scott Corson's actually touched the ball with his hands, has he, since the mistake either?
No, he hasn't had an opportunity to get a feel of it. He didn't beforehand either, did he, really? Here's Chorluka. Oh, danger here again, Modric. Cernar. Oof. Well, it was Cranshaw again, slipping away from his marker, who I think was Micah Richards.
It was. You might see, I don't know if you see from this shot, Micah Richards suddenly has no idea where Cranshaw is, and he straight away looks across to the other side, but he has to get himself in a position where he can see ball and man.
Olic to Cranshaw. Simic has to hurry there, finds Simunic. Modric, a neat play by Croatia. Look at that, Niko Kovac. Modric again, not quite. Gerrard steps in. Bridge. It's Barry. Oh dear. Bridge lost it and he's having to get back very quickly now. Needs cover on that side, Eduardo. Two waiting in the centre. Oh, it's a corner.
Yeah, I think it was Chorluka, wasn't it? The guy who plays for Manchester City. Great break.
Yeah, he had
real good pace as well.
Look at Eduardo in the middle and Olic. They were both waiting. This is the problem for England at the moment. Don't look secure.
Anywhere.
Anywhere. It's a corner to be taken on the far side by Cernar for Croatia. Simunic is forward. Gets up there. Foul there, put up on Gerrard. By Olic.
Can't believe we've only played 27 minutes.
Slaven Bilic. As cool as they come. Steve McLaren feeling the heat.
Another flick on by Crouchshot, nobody in there. I think that's the third occasion so far.
At what stage does McLaren scrap this plan and put another striker on?
Well, I can't see him doing that before half-time. I would be surprised.
Mourinho would, wouldn't he?
Yeah. I think others would do as well.
Barry. Cole.
Thing is, you could put Joe Cole up there and play Gareth Barry on the left.
Well, you've got to get someone closer to Crouch than we've seen so far.
Just to change it.
Just, yeah,
change
exactly,
it. Give them something to think about.
Well, this is Gerrard. Now Joe Cole is the nearest to him. But again, Lampard and Gerrard aren't. Bridge. Gerrard. Barry. Bridge. floated across, but Pletikosa, caught it with one hand.
John, it's another waste. 2 free kicks to nothing, corner to nothing. Bridge has got time, he's not under pressure. Far too close to the goalkeeper.
Well, you can't expect Wright Phillips to win a header there.
No, not unless he's got a step ladder. England subs warming up.
Well, I did feel that maybe he has to look at it sooner rather than later. What is it? 29 minutes. Richards. Campbell. Lescott. Bridge. That's the back four. Can they get it further forward? Lampard. It's gone behind Steven Gerrard, away by Cranshire. This is Olic. Oh, play on, Crouch. It's going nowhere apart from Tuchel-Luca.
I actually think Crouch has been England's best player so far. He's held the ball up, brought people into play, he's flicked it on, he's basically doing his end of the bargain.
The system around him that doesn't work.
Exactly.
Olic. Eduardo far side. Cranshire. Niko Kovac.
So much room, so much space, look.
Crowd are getting restless now. Siminic. Gerrard. Micah Richards using his strength there. There's a flag up though. Offside, I think.
That's a free kick, John, I think, foul on Richards.
Well, I think the linesman's flagging for one thing and the referee's given another here.
You're right.
In my opinion, the linesman flagged for an earlier offside. Did miss the first 2 goals. We have to remind some viewers who may have come in late that Cranshire's shot was an embarrassing moment for Scott Carson after 7 minutes. And then here's Wright Phillips, flags up, free kick. Second goal was scored by Olic. That's a foul by Robert Kovac. England now have a free kick and a chance to pull one back. Lescott and Campbell on their way up. Lescott scored plenty of goals this season for Everton. Standing behind Peter Crouch. Micah Richards got in the air as well. One of the Croatian players is going off for attention. That's the reason for the delay. Pletikosa came to punch. There was a good punch in its way. There were plenty of people in front of him. England throw. Croatia is still down to 10 men. He's back on now. With Olic it was. Cole gets the ball in towards Crouch. Robert Kovac picked up a yellow card in that last little flurry, but it shouldn't affect him unless, of course, he gets a second one tonight and has to go off here, but it won't affect him in terms of the games to come. Bridge. Cole who went down. It's Cole who will get a free kick. Goalkeeper's ball, is it? He punches, he's got to get back quickly now, though. He needs cover in front. Put back in by Gerrard, Crouch in the crowd, but Croatia will break here, and for a moment it's 4 against 4. Cernar to Crenshaw. Modric. Handball. Gerrard to Lampard. Cole. Bridge outside him, Joe Cole still. Slides it in towards Lampard. Barry, Bridge, Cole, just wonder what Rooney and Owen and Ferdinand and Terry are thinking in the stand, what Paul Robinson's thinking for that matter. Or David Beckham.
Or the manager.
And Andorra are still holding Russia after 35 minutes. Let's have a look at the table as it stands now. England are still, at this moment in time, despite being 2 goals down, they are still in second place. Bear in mind, though, England were 0-0 in Andorra and won 3-0 in the end. Here comes Campbell. Oh, it's a poor kick by Carson. Right, Phillips. Oh, Bridge taken away from him by Eduardo.
Well, the thing with England, John, is they've had lots and lots of possession. The lion's share, it's the final pass every time. It's just, I can only remember that really now the Wright Phillips chance, that seemed like an eternity ago.
Here he is again. That's a foul by Michael Richards on Joe Siminic. Well, let's have if you can bear it, let's look at what happened earlier. Here you are, Mark.
Well, this is just a catastrophe of all catastrophes, isn't it? And it's you waiting for the ground to open. This is a brilliant goal from Croatia's point of view in terms of the movement, the timing of the run by Olic. Awful for England defensively. Am I right in thinking they've had basically 2 attacks and scored twice?
Pretty much. Right, Phillips, Crouch. Lampard looking for Cole on the far side. Luka is the defender. Cernar making up the ground here on Bridge. Cole. Again they look for Crouch. There's the header down. Right, Phillips tries to follow up, so does Gerrard. And the captain goes down, and in fact the free kick goes the other way.
Yeah, I think Gerrard thought it was a free kick on him, but I think he lost control of the ball, and the referee's going to have a little word with him.
Yes, he almost lost control of himself just for a second there.
No.
It was dissent, it wasn't punished with a yellow card, but the referee did speak to Steven Gerrard. Now there is news from the Andorra game, and Russia have taken the lead. And it's Sichev. I think was he the man that hit the post just before the end of the game in Israel? I think he might have been. And he's got his own back tonight. Here's the updated table. Russia 24, England 23. As things stand, England are going out of the European Championships. Mark Lawrenson.
Well, at the moment, John, from what we've seen in the virtually 39 minutes tonight so far, they've just been very, very poor, England. Virtually in every single department. We thought the lifeline thrown to us by the Israelis on Saturday was going to be enough. It's certainly not been the case so far.
Goodness gracious, and all the scenarios that you imagine might happen here tonight, this one. I mean, I can't imagine anybody had a bet on Croatia to lead 2-0 at half-time, can you?
What time did the second goal go in? 14 minutes?
Second goal went in on 14 minutes, yeah. 8 and 14.
You get monumental odds on that.
England on the attack, though. Oh, well, just for a moment. And that really has set Croatia on their way again. This is Eduardo. That's Modric. It was a poor ball by Gareth Barry, you know, that set that up.
Yeah, it was. It's also a poor ball by Modric because I don't know if it's Cernar was breaking in an inside right position. But that's just symptomatic of England the first half, giving the ball away in advantageous areas to themselves.
Free kick to Croatia. It's Barry's foul.
Surely Steve McLaren would be consulting with Terry Venables at this point.
I should think they'll both be preparing to tear the paint off the dressing room wall, wouldn't you?
You certainly would.
Or certainly get a couple of subs on at the beginning of the second half.
Both.
Change the system. Here's Joe Siminic for Croatia. Olic. Niko Kovac, or sure Luke has made a run far side. Not sure whether we can find him. No, he can't. Bridge is in the way. Well, there are. Go on, Mark.
No, I'm just going to say, where's Terry Venables? Where's your second in command when you need to have a little bit of concentration?
Here's Modric for Croatia. Oh, and he hasn't held that one either. And it's come out to Cranshire for Croatia. And it's a block by Micah Richards. Carson there didn't look confident either. This is Wright Phillips. Now England have drawn them out. There's a chance on here if they play the right ball. Wright Phillips picking it up from Cole. Far side is Crouch. The 7,000 Croatia fans are having a party over there.
I was going to say, it must sound like at home as though everybody's cheering throughout the game, but we must stress it's the Croatian supporters. This is the chance, isn't it? He just sort of tried to beat it away, didn't want to try and collect it, Scott Carson. You can't imagine what he's thinking.
Touch by Crouch. Joe Cole. Free kick. Luka fouled by Cole.
Well, if ever an England manager had to earn his money, John, it'll be in about 4 or 5 minutes' time.
Does he bring on Beckham?
Not yet for me, no. I think Wright Phillips has been one of the plus points so far. They just stopped passing to him. Because the balls into Crouch have been decent.
Yes.
It's just that he's done all the knockdowns. No one's got on the end of them.
No.
The other thing as well is Beckham is blatantly unfit, isn't he? In terms of, you know, the match fitness.
Well, obviously, I think the obvious solution would be Defoe, wouldn't it, at this stage?
It certainly would.
meantime, it's Croatia on the attack again. Joe Cole.
A good time to score for England, this.
Yes, it would. Bridge. Planted up there, but it's Dario Simic who clears. Modric took that down beautifully. One wing to the other. This is Kranjčar. Oh, it's a decent ball into Modric. Kranjčar again. This is dangerous. It's Olic. Oh, it's a block. It's a block by Simic on Wright Phillips.
I think it's a booking, John, for me, that. Just a blatant stop.
Well, he knows all about yellow cards, Joe Simic, doesn't he?
It's got to be a booking. They just stopped him blatantly.
Barry. Bridge. The 45th minute. England still 2 down. Foul on Cole. 1 minute of added time. This could be the last chance England will have to go in with something at half-time. A goal now, and it might change everything.
The fourth official has indicated a minimum of 1 added minute to be played.
Gerrard looks as though he's going to take this. Crowd noise rises. Oh, what a poor delivery. Headed away by Eduardo. Gerrard again. Can he get it in this time? Niko Kovac. There's trouble on here, but no, it's gone wide.
Yeah, I think Mike Richards had the last header, but again, the delivery from the first free kick, the original free kick, didn't clear the first man. It's a cardinal sin.
Is that your summary of the first half, basically?
Well, I'm afraid it is, and the fact that obviously defensively England have looked at 6s and 7s, and to concede such a soft goal, they've never really recovered from that moment.
And boos ring round Wembley. What will they say in the England dressing room? Niko Kranjčar gave Croatia the lead after 7 minutes. A dreadful mistake by the new goalkeeper. And after 14 minutes, it was 2-0 when Ivica Olic beat the offside trap. And I've handed back to Gary Lineker in all sorts of situations all over the world. I've never had to do it quite like this. It's England 0, Croatia 2.
Don't like to be in negative town, Ian, but I think we're there now.
I really don't know what to say there. It was really... The goalkeeper, I feel sorry for the goalkeeper. It's a massive game to come in. As a forward, you're going to... He's a new goalkeeper, he's fresh, we need to win the game. You're going to be shooting from everywhere. I would have thought the worst way Scott Carson's going to do the basics of what you do as a goalkeeper. In a skiddy condition, you get your body behind the ball, and unfortunately he didn't do that, and, you know, we're a goal down. And
But the whole team they've been abject.
They've been poor. I can't think of anyone out there who has actually played to the standard that we see them on a Saturday in the Premier League. I really can't. The system's not working at all. They're playing too many long balls to Peter Crouch.
Talk about the systems. He changed it when they played Croatia away.
Upbeat.
Generally, lately, they've been playing pretty well as a 4-4-2. Why would you suddenly change things? I mean,
well,
obviously, there's one or two injuries.
He's looked at the result, what result we need, and we need a point to go through. Maybe that's in his thinking. But I did say before the game that I thought the system might suit Gerrard or Lampard. It quite clearly hasn't. I think he has to change it immediately. The defending's been very, very poor. The attacking, there hasn't been any. I think we've had one shot on target, which has come from Sean Wright-Phillips. To me, there's no urgency. We're getting free kicks. We're walking 10 or 15 yards back nice.
They're very comfortable on the ball.
Letting them get into their positions, letting them get well organised, instead of getting on the ball and having a little bit of urgency. It takes someone out there to actually get the crowd going. If it takes someone to go and rattle someone, go and bring someone down with a foul, just to get the crowd up, try and get some enthusiasm into it, because at the moment, so flat and dead, it's incredible.
I'm going to try and be positive, because Righty wants me to be positive. But you can cite the pitch. You know, we cited the pitch before the start. You can cite the system and how bad the system is. But if you'd been totally pragmatic about the first half, you'd have to say devoid of class, quality, organisation. But the biggest thing is devoid of fight. the 45 minutes of the first half.
But how could that be? Why are they going out so flat in a game of such importance and significance?
It's strange when we
because they've let the goal get to them.
Yeah,
Actually, the first 5 minutes was the best in the first half that they played, and then the goalkeeper makes a catastrophic error, right? And the heads suddenly go down, and they've never got up again.
The fear factors.
It is. The players actually look scared out there. I mean, as Alan said, 5 minutes, okay. After the goal, it just needs someone to get this game by the scruff of the neck and say, hey, hang on a minute, lads. That 45 minutes was nowhere near good enough for an England team at Wembley in front of 90,000.
When you've got a chance to go through. When you've been handed a chance to
for what's at stake?
Well, he's got to make changes before you start.
Yeah.
You've got to go back to two.
Crouch
right, or take Crouch off and bring two men that are relatively quick on. And then go 4-4-2 and again, but you've got you have a go. But
you can do all that if you're not going to get in there like you want to win a game and get around people. And Croatia look like they're at home. You're not going to get around people and force them into things. We're not playing like we need to win this game. We're playing like we're waiting for something to happen from someone else.
Croatia have had it too easy. There's no England player at any time getting it in amongst them. They're standing 5 and 10 yards off and let them play nice and comfortable, play passes out the back four. Someone's got to get up there and get in amongst them.
We've all played in big games where it's gone wrong for you.
Yeah.
Everyone is, right? What you've got is you've got to have leaders. Somebody, like he says, has got to take the game by the scruff of the neck. The manager must be positive. The manager must sit in that dressing room and give a speech like no other speeches, and then change it and make sure that when he changes it, he gets it right this time. Because obviously, he stands or falls by what he thinks is right, and in the first half, he's got it totally wrong.
And his big selection was the goalkeeper, and he made a terrible error.
Well, nobody said that it was ever going to be easy for Scott Carson, but unfortunately for him, he really hasn't touched it in the first 5 or 6 minutes, and then this happened. And I agree entirely with Ian Wright, who says it's all about technique here. Can't blame the pitch here in the slightest. It's all about technique. You've got to get your body behind it.
What did we say before the game? We said about the pitch. Now, Croatia have looked at the pitch and they've thought, new goalkeeper, debut, massive game. Tell you what to do. Anyone within 20 or 30 yards, what I want you to do is, Bilic would have been saying to him, the manager, have a shot on goal and test him and see what he's made of. Now, I mean, his arms are to the right of him, I think. He doesn't get his whole body behind the ball.
It's bound to have had an effect.
Well, he looks shell-shocked. He really does. That was a bad kick-out, could have led to another goal. And then the chance late on, 20 yards out, he's got to do better.
His confidence is shot there. You could see that.
Would you take him off? Well,
I think
that's a major decision again.
I think David James is you've got to do it. The goalkeeper now, even if we get back into this game, you're worried about anything that's going in and around the goalkeeper. Can you imagine how's Joleon Lescott feel? How's Michael Richards feel? Wayne Bridge? Of course, Sol's got the experience, but there's a lot of nervousness around.
It's been the story.
The other thing is that, we said at the top of the programme, it's all right defending the 18-yard line like they were in Russia and they were magnificent, but the minute you start coming up, that's when you know how good your defence is. And the minute they've started to come up, they've looked so ordinary. It's
goalkeeping errors have just summed up England's campaign, really, in the big games.
Well, we've been struggling, haven't we? For goalkeepers.
This was a freak, but
that's over there when we played them. All right, man, that
it's happened to him at a time when he's having a nightmare as well.
He's having a bad time, is there, but it's what happens when you have bad times. Sometimes it goes from bad to worse.
And he was having a bad time at Tottenham when this happened against Russia. He's got to deal with that better.
They're the only 3 games, ironically, that England have conceded in.
And the mistakes. Unfortunately,
I don't think it was controversial replacing Robinson, but it was such a big test for a guy at 22 years of age. All right, David James has made mistakes before for England, but he's had a great season at Portsmouth. And again, you stand and fall by what you think is right, and he's got it wrong.
Massive.
And then it went from bad to worse. I mean, defensively, England have struggled as a unit.
Well, as I said to you, the minute you start coming up the pitch is the minute you know that if you're organised, you've got pace and quality. First of all, Lescott's got to go and deal with that. He's got to win that. And then secondly, now you look how many white jerseys are back there. It's 6 against 2, right? A pub team is going to do better than this. Sol's got to get across. Then everybody goes to sleep. Wayne Bridge in a terrible position. and you're 2 down.
Sean's got to stay with him.
He's got to go with the runner.
He can see his man from a long way out, and Sean Wright-Phillips has to stay with his man there. I mean, it's all right us sitting here and criticising Scott Carson, but defensively as well, I mean, it's been so poor as well as this goal will sum it up. He's ran from the halfway line, and he's ran, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 yards there. Has anyone got a touch to that ball? No, they haven't, and you've got 2 or 3 England defenders there standing watching, and they've been punished again, and it's exactly what they deserve in that first half. And I mean, us sitting here, I mean, that's so hard to say that England at this time are getting what they deserve. They're getting beat 2-0, and
it's probably the worst 45 minutes you'll ever see. Now, the problem for the manager is it's not just one department that's struggling; it's everywhere, right across the board. They are toiling like you never. And you know, I'm watching. You mentioned Gerrard and Lampard, like 2 so experienced internationals. They've got to get in there and, you know, and give them something, like to get everybody else going, because that's what you need. You need somebody to go in there. And
well, you're talking about someone to go in there. I'm just hearing in the earpiece that Defoe and Beckham are coming on for Barry and Wright-Phillips. What do you think of those changes?
Well, they were
going to 4-4-2.
They were 2 of the big calls that before the game that he chose not to play. I said on Friday night I thought he would have played Defoe with Crouch, irrespective of whether we need a point.
Well, it gives you a threat behind, which is when England don't have that, they struggle.
Absolutely, we haven't got in behind them at all. I know the pitch might be playing a part, that it might be hard for balls to stay onto the pitch if you're going to try and fizz them through, but at least now, when we're playing the ball up to the front men or man, there's going to be someone around them, because there's been far too many long, straight balls into Crouch, which, all right, you might have won them, but there's no one actually getting on the end of them. So that says to me that the system from the midfield is not working.
England haven't created too many chances. The first of a couple fell to Sean Wright-Phillips.
This was a very good chance, and when it builds up, I think Peter Crouch does brilliant. He stretches. And as he stretches, he just toes it in, and I really do think that Sean could hit that first time. But he's just getting it, and he's hit it at that height. Of course, he's hit the target, but he's hit it at that height was quite a comfortable height.
He's got to hit it first
I think
time,
if he hits that first time, he's going to catch the goalkeeper a little bit more of surprise.
If he hits it there, when he takes that touch there, not only does he give the defender a second to get back, he also gives the goalkeeper a chance just to set himself. And you see the goalkeeper get his legs a yard or 2 apart, and he's got himself set with his hands up. If he hits it first time, he doesn't get the time.
That's it, 0-0 as well. This is great play by Richards. Gets in. Crouch comes to the near post.
I think he's gone with the wrong foot now. I'm thinking, why is he letting that come across his body to try and tuck it away with his left?
I would make the point here is, look at it, we've only got 1 person in the box. We've got him behind them, which we haven't done many times, and we've got 1 person in the box who's trying to thread that goal. 1 striker and 1 in the box, and that ain't good enough.
England have it all to do. Let's pause briefly to... Thanks, Jake. Yes, England have a mountain to climb in the second half. They've made a couple of changes and a change to the system, no doubt. 4-4-2, Defoe alongside Crouch.
Well, at least he's done something. He's done something that he's gone positive. As bad as England were in the first half, we all know that one little thing, one little bit of luck can change things dramatically. You get a goal, you get a bit of inspiration from somewhere, everybody on the pitch, the 11 players in that white jersey respond to that, and also you give the crowd something to shout about. You get the crowd going, and before you know it, you're back in the game.
That's the big thing for me. We have to try and get the crowd back on side, give them something to shout about. Obviously, a goal will do that. Just try and create something.
It's going to be the greatest comeback of all time.
It's not over yet. It's going to be very difficult, but it'll be the comeback of all comebacks.
It will be.
Well, what a story for Beckham if he scores a hat-trick.
He's had a few moments in his career. That will be something special. Greece, of course, and that magic free kick in the final seconds was, of course, 2-2. They came from behind on that occasion. Can England possibly do it again? Let's rejoin Mark Lawrenson and John Motson.
So David Beckham is going to win his 99th cap for England. Being wished all the best by the other substitutes. He's coming on, as you said, with Jermaine Defoe, Gareth Barry and Sean Wright-Phillips off. And goodness, when I was looking back at half-time on the first goal, Peter Shilton took a lot of criticism for the goal we showed by Poland in 1973 here. He went on to become the best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion, so let's hope Scott Carson can put that behind him.
The 16, Jermaine Defoe. Also coming off number 10, Sean Wright Phillips, been replaced by number 17, David Beckham.
There's a huge cheer to welcome Beckham into what will be a 4-2-4 or 4-4-2, depending how you look at it, Mr. Lawrenson.
I think it's 4-4-2 for now, John. As the longer the game goes on in England chase, it will develop to 4-2-4.
Are we going to see one of the most dreadful nights that England have had at Wembley, or are we going to see a remarkable recovery? It has to go one way or the other, while still keeping one eye on what's happening to Andorra and Russia. As for Croatia, well, they don't have to worry anyway. Weather conditions not getting any better. It's still pouring with rain. Mr. Venables was in the royal box for part of the first half. He's now back on the touchline and coming out somewhat belatedly as the coach. Just in time to see Gerrard try to feed Beckham for the first time. Micah Richards. He does feed Beckham. Joe Cole's made a run across the box. Gerrard. Oh, a little dummy by Crouch. Lampard. Richards. Beckham. And then a header by Gerrard. Cernar. Oh, the crowd have really raised the volume at the start of the second half. They mean to get right behind England all over again. Here's Gerrard. Away by Chorluka. This is going to be one of the most seminal second halves ever seen at Wembley in an England international. Lampard. It could make or break careers this next 45 minutes, especially under the coach. Lampard, Defoe, Cole, Crouch, Gerrard running on. Croatia work a ball out though to Eduardo, and running forward he was too. Just seen off there by Lescott. Lampard spreads it wide. David Beckham. We're waiting for a contribution, maybe even a miracle, from a man who plays for LA Galaxy. Defoe. Gerrard, early ball. Oh, Joe Cole who took the tumble. It's a Croatia throw, Mark.
Yeah, I think Chorluka, the right back, just stood big and firm against Joe Cole. He tried to throw himself at the ball. He's just strong, isn't he, Chorluka?
Last time these teams met prior to this group was when England beat Croatia in the Euro 2004 competition. 4 goals that day, 2 for Rooney. This is Lampard. 1 goal now from somewhere would restore some sort of hope for England. This is Campbell. Up for Crouch, heads it on.
And the problem then, John, was that Defoe had made a run sort of goal side of Crouch rather than the other side of Crouch, which obviously I think McLaren's on the touchline at the far side trying to point out to him, along with the passing.
And with the umbrella. This is Niko Kovac. So often when a team gets an early 2-0 lead, the other team scores to bring it back to 2-1. It happens over and over again. Now then, referee's going to give a yellow card here. Eduardo. Foul on Richards.
Doesn't exactly look too bothered, does it? Wasn't the worst of tackles either.
And England need the great escape now, don't they? My word, they do.
Crouch was fouled. Free kick in a central position. David Beckham, where are you now?
The thing about this as well, John, it's in the middle of the goal. So it'll be very interesting to see where Pletikova actually stands.
You keep an eye on that, Mark, because Robert Kovac was the player who pushed Crouch. And David Beckham is very deliberately putting the ball down. And is this Old Trafford, Greece 2001 all over again? The whole of England hopes so. It's just clipped somebody in the Croatian wall. It's a corner, which Beckham will also take. Lescott making a run towards the ball. It's come out to Olic. Oh, there's a free man on the far side. If Steven Gerrard hadn't got in there, well, who on earth was supposed to be marking the player on the left, Cranchai?
Well, Michael Richards is already in the box, John, attacking the ball.
Offside Eduardo, but that was 3 against 1 virtually.
It was. It's a little bit too early to be taking risks like that, because at 3-0, there's no way back.
I mean,
I know.
Carson takes the kick. Up goes Crouch again, but once more the header goes nowhere near an England player. That's the management team restored now. And like everybody else up and down the country, in living rooms and pubs and streets and wherever else you're watching this, there are anguished looks on the faces. This is Chorluka for Croatia. It was Olic, it was Niko Kovac to Eduardo. He's got Campbell for company, and Eduardo is quick, and the goalkeeper comes to make a save.
Yeah, good save as well it is, John. It's with his feet, and it'll do him the world of good, that Scott Carson. Lacking in confidence as we saw in the first half, but again, just a little ball played down the side, Eduardo's away.
Yeah, if he had been a right-footed player, he might have done better with that. Anyway, he's not. And it's come back here for a very hopeful crack at goal from Niko Kovac.
Just England asleep again, just a simple corner, dummy over on the edge of the box, free shot for Kovac.
This is the Carson save. Campbell's lost him by half a yard, although Sol Campbell did slide in typically and get something on it at the end, I think. Certainly put Eduardo off anyway. Here's Crouch. That was Cernat. Well, he can't do much about it, can he? Well, none of them can. The Terry, Rooney, Michael Owen and Rio Ferdinand are in there somewhere, but none of them can affect this. Things don't improve, they'll be going on their holidays in the summer. Cernat. Oh, a nice little touch there, and this is Modric. But England got away with that. I thought it was a foul. Anyway, Beckham to Gerrard. Bridge. Joe Cole. Cole again. He's come inside Olic. Oh, this could be a penalty.
It is for Holdings. Defoe was fouled.
Robert Kovac on Defoe. The assistant referee spotted it. There was definite contact. There's no doubt about that. Just watch as the ball goes in here from Joe Cole. Robert Kovac. Well, it's an arm, is it? Simunic just tugs him slightly there. Left back Simunic on Defoe. And England have been given the most unlikely lifeline here, as they were against Poland in '73 when Alan Clark scored from that penalty. We have another one here tonight. What a responsibility for Frank Lampard. This puts England right back in it if he scores, and he did miss one, don't forget, in the World Cup quarter-final shootout. Everybody hold your breath. Scores! England have new hope. Lampard from the penalty spot. It's 2-1.
Well, it takes great nerve, doesn't it, in this situation?
And a man who's sometimes been cheered by the Wembley crowd is the man that puts England back in the box seat here.
The other thing about the penalty, John, and the Croatians are having a go at the referee, but Simunic undoubtedly pulled Defoe. If he doesn't pull his shirt, it's no penalty. There's no argument.
Well, the man whose name will go down as making that decision is Stefan Whitberg of Sweden, the assistant referee on the far side of the field from us. I don't think the referee would have given it. And suddenly, Croatia looked rattled. Oh, it's been taken quick now, referee wants it back. It's a foul by Cernar.
The referee wants to speak to Cernar, that's why he's made England bring it back. Listen to that noise.
Well, thunderous now, the noise from the crowd at Wembley as Beckham prepares to take this free kick. And could England here score again and get back to 2-2 in a matter of minutes? In it goes from Beckham. Loud shouts from the crowd of handball, but it wasn't. But England still have it. Multi-ball straight back into play. Bridge. And again. This is a different game now. But Croatia know that if England push forward, Modric with the pass there, Eduardo, Olic. Modric. Olic. Oh, hits the bar. Hits the bar when it could have been 3-1.
Came off Wayne Bridge, John. I'm pretty sure that came off Wayne Bridge's right foot. He's just checking the run, and I think he makes last contact with it. He does.
Well, it's a corner, so he must have done. It's a corner to Croatia, but oh, it could have been so much more.
John, it's a brilliant save. Absolutely brilliant. Pure reflex save. He has no time at all to react to this. He does magnificently.
Well, some amends made there by Carson for what happened in the 7th minute.
What a game this is.
Oh, goodness, he's kept England in it. Free kick to Croatia.
Yeah, I think Crouch has stuck his hand out right under the referee's nose.
Slaven Bilic and his team have come here to play a proper game of football. There's no question about that. And we've got one. With nearly an hour gone. Defoe, Crouch. Micah Richards going down the outside. Tries to power his way past Simunic. Well, it's funny how things in football even themselves up, isn't it? Rooney conceded a penalty which wasn't really inside the area in Russia. And here tonight we've had a soft penalty. I think it was soft, but Mark said quite rightly that he shouldn't have tugged him against Joe Simunic. It's put England back in it. Up goes Crouch again. But England still need another goal, remember, as long as it stays 1-0 to Russia against Andorra. Didn't we say it always goes to the wire, Mark?
Oh dear, oh dear.
$88,091 is the official attendance tonight. I think that's probably the biggest since Wembley's been open. Never quite get to the 90 because of pockets of segregation. And now Simunic is hurt. But play continues. Beckham picks him up. That was a terrific save.
Well, I don't know if you noticed as well, he was mobbed by his teammates straight away.
Eduardo. Oh, it's given away by Chorluka. This is Campbell to Beckham. Gerrard, Lampard.
Just trying to force it a little too much.
This is Eduardo, but it's gone straight through to Carson. Steve McLaren, of course, has one more substitution he can make as we approach the middle of the second half. Here's Cernar. He's got Olex to his right, Eduardo to his left. England need to be watchful. Oh, and Bridge wasn't. And Olex, another save by Carson.
Oh, Bridge has got away with absolute murder. I mean, in this position as well, you can't do that. You've just got to deal with it first time. Well done, Carson.
Gerrard. And this is Beckham. Defoe. Appeals for a foul. Referee says no. Eduardo, no, it's not him either. It's away by Lescott. And then forward by Gerrard towards David Beckham. Offside.
And the game's now been stretched on him. It really seriously is being stretched. And you have to say, Croatia are just as much a threat to score a goal as England at the moment.
Joe Cole. Joe Cole has really been persistent here. Croatia aren't very happy with the referee just at the moment. That was Cernar again. Lampard trying to get Wayne Bridge in round the back. Goal kick.
Just feels like a cup tie, this game, doesn't it?
Feels like a cup final.
No, it's better than a cup final.
It's still Andorra 0, Russia 1 after an hour. They kicked off 4 minutes behind the teams here at Wembley. Defoe! Richards, here's Beckham. Crouch waiting in the centre. Crouch, surely! Yes! Yes! Peter Crouch has done it for England. It's 2-2. And the big man keeps up his phenomenal scoring record. But guess who supplied the cross? David Beckham. Is this the goal that saves England from humiliation and possibly sends them to the European Championship finals? Peter Crouch got it down on his chest, cracked it in. 14 goals in 24 internationals. Thank you very much. It's level.
You can't understate the quality of the Beckham cross. Absolutely brilliant. What a first touch from Crouch as well, and he just waited for the ball to drop. Fantastic composure in the cauldron of this game.
And once again, there's going to be a lecture here for Jermaine Defoe, but once again, the quality of the cross, and that's the reason that Steve McLaren brought Beckham back.
Well done, Michael Richards as well. He spotted the build-up play from Croatia and just nipped in and pinched the ball off them.
So, the recovery is underway. Now they must guard against Croatia scoring again. Niko Kovac gets a free kick. Modric, Cernar. Modric again, three waiting in the centre. Corner, is it? Yes.
They mustn't fall asleep, England. Mustn't.
But the corner's been taken quickly. Here's Cernar. Oh. Well, I mean, for all the excitement, we're really back where we started, aren't we?
Yeah. Doesn't feel like it though, does it?
Not at all. Now let's have another look at the group table now. It's changed. My, how it's changed. England are now ahead of Russia, and the reason they are is the head-to-head results. Russia beat England 2-1 in Moscow. England won 3-0 here. That's the way it looks, and that's the way it is. Peter Crouch, what a record. Could be a very, very nervous last 23 minutes. It's bound to be, unless England, of course, get ahead.
I think Croatia about to make a change as well.
And this is Robert Kovac to Simunic. Cernar. Olic. Knocked over by Joe Cole, play on, it's Lampard. And Scott Carson made that save, Mark. England were 2-1 down.
Exactly, brilliant.
Croatia is still looking dangerous on the break. Eduardo, free kick. Cranchar was fouled before that. And they're going to bring on Mladen Petric, who was left out largely because he had flu yesterday. But he is a dangerous striker. He's left-footed. He scored 4 in one game against Andorra. He plays for Borussia Dortmund, and he replaces Eduardo. First time it's gone quiet.
I'm worn out.
You are. You're younger than I am. Modric. There's Chorluka. Chorluka again. Cernar. Given a foul, that challenge by Chorluka.
Yeah, I think the referee thought that he lunged in. I know you think it was a soft penalty, but I'm absolutely certain it was a penalty. What a stupid thing to do. 2-0 up, And here's the Croatia second goal. Brilliant. Look at that. Forever just watching the ball all the time. Never took his eyes off it. Great technique, that is.
You think Crouch hasn't scored in the Premier League yet this season?
He's not playing.
He's not complaining about it now. Yeah, exactly. This is Richards. England could just get another goal here. Gerrard. Free kick. Oh, here's another opportunity. Only one man taking the ball here. Now what does he do from there? It's a good 30 yards. Far post ball. Sol Campbell was there. Gerrard off the legs. Cernard saves the corner. It's a throw-in on the far side.
It's a bit ironic, John, that the pitch has been spoiled by the American football played on it, but if you think about Beckham, he's almost like an American football player who comes on a special team player, isn't he, with his passing?
Well, he's playing in the right country now then, isn't he?
What, England?
Here's Crouch. Header on towards Defoe. Foul by Defoe.
That's a position for Defoe, though. The other side of Crouch.
Well, England gave themselves so much to do after that first 15 minutes, but somehow or other, they've clawed their way back. This is really the story of this group, isn't it? Niko Kovac, Chorluka. At this stage of the proceedings, it makes you glad that England only needed a draw and didn't have to win, doesn't it?
Yeah. The other thing as well, you have to give credit where credit's due to Croatia. Just kept the two up front all the game.
The Swedish referee.
I think he's done a good job in difficult circumstances, conditions.
Yes, he has.
He's almost got a smile on his face. He's loving it.
Well, there'll be some smiles on English faces if it stays like this, that's for sure. Didn't Crouch take that goal well, though?
I thought he did okay in the first half as well, you know.
Joe Cole and Petric here. Crouch. Well, England want another free kick. It's Lampard there. Falling out with Cernard, who's a feisty customer. Away by Lescott. Lampard. Croatia are still at it, you know, they really are. Kranjčar working away on that left-hand side. Niko Kovac. Chorluka. Offside Crouch.
A Croatian
Daniel Pranjic has come on. He plays for Heerenveen in Holland. Straightforward midfield replacement. And there are just about 15 minutes plus stoppage time to go. That distance is where England stand from the finals of the European Championships, having looked out of them in the first quarter of this game. Modric. Luka. Cerno. It's going to be a very nervy last 15 minutes, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't want England to sit back too far.
Kovac. Modric. Good turn, free kick. Takes it quickly. Pranjic. Good ball inside too. David Beckham is right back there defending. Niko Kovac. Petric. Oh, he nearly got Pranjic in there. Petric again. Oh, he scored! Extraordinary! It's the substitute Petric with the deadly left foot, and Croatia have gone 3-2 up, and England may be out after all. Something out of nothing from Mladen Petric, who'd only been on the field 5 minutes. Pranjic, the other substitute, makes it. He fires a shot, it goes across Carson Mark. It's 3-2.
I don't think Carson sees this until very late. It comes past Sol Campbell. And it was just hit so early, wasn't it? Good play by Pranjic as well into him. One touch and hit.
How many more twists and turns are there in this story? Just when England looked to be within touching distance of getting through, Petric strikes what could be the hammer blow. Joe Cole. So England need one back now. Oh, it's a mistake by Gerrard. It's Petric again. Pranjic is up with him. Offside here. Olic.
Well, England are really lucky because if Olic just holds his run, he's in. He never ever looked across the line at all. Another England sub coming, I think.
Let's have a look at the league table again. England are out at the moment. 1 point behind Russia. But Russia still only lead 1-0 in Andorra after 75 minutes, and Darren Bent, I think, is coming on in place of Joe Cole when it happens. It's desperate now for Steve McLaren. Well, it's desperate for every Englishman. Here's Crouch. And hadn't Croatia been at it tonight? Here's Olic. Oh, that needed covering. That needed covering by Lescott.
That's a brilliant pass from Olic. He's just stretching. I think he originally tries to just play it off Lescott for a corner and manages to bend it round him.
And England substitution coming off the field, number 11, Joe Cole. Being replaced by number 18, Darren Bent.
In by Cernar. Oh, it was dangerous. Well, Mark, we've seen England in quarter-finals and semi-finals, but this is a roller coaster ride, the sort I don't think I've ever experienced before. Gerrard having to defend against Niko Kovac. Here he is again. The back heel he tried there, but England got it away. Wayne Bridge. Now we've got Bent and Defoe up front now with Crouch. All three of them making angles here. Beckham to the right, Crouch's header. Defoe. Two strikers from Tottenham have hardly played, have they, in the first team?
Exactly, and I think Bent's just going to play on the left of a three, really, alongside Defoe and Crouch.
Bridge. On by Lampard. Bent trying to get in there, so was Defoe. Bridge again. Not a good header by Simic. Beckham. Back in by Sol Campbell. Gerrard. Defoe and Bent both chasing. Too high as it came out for Crouch. Whistle's gone.
Yeah, fouled by Michael Richards on the back of Simic.
The danger here is England have got to commit and overcommit, really, and Croatia is so good on the break. Petric is hovering in the middle again. He was second to Lescott there.
I thought we'd seen all the twists and turns on Saturday in Tel Aviv.
By no means. And is there one more? Not there.
You just wonder, this is the third Croatian goal. You just wonder. I think Carson sees it very, very late. Fingertip to it. There's a celebration run by Bilic.
You'd think he'd won the European Championship, not taking the lead in what for them is a rather irrelevant game. Well, not irrelevant, but they're already through.
I'd hate to see them play when they're serious.
Yeah, when it is relevant. Here's Bridge. Croatian supporters are making huge noise on the far side. England's have been silenced, but here come the three. Crouch on. Lampard backing up. That's a push, isn't it? Yeah, it's got to be a free kick against Lescott.
It's a silly foul. He's got him going where he doesn't want to go. Back to his own goal, just keep him in there.
Slaven Bilic is going to give Rakitic a run, I think. Number 7, only 19 years old here, the youngest man in the squad. Ivica Olic is the man going off. Won't be hurrying, will they?
Nope.
Well, Mr. Rooney, he can't influence this, but his own future next summer particularly is in the balance here, as is every other prospective England player. Here's Wayne Bridge. Crouch. Petric. Down the line for Cernar. He kept it in. That is forced the corner.
They've just kept the ball brilliantly, haven't they? In all situations.
It's going to be taken by Cernar. Big climb there by Joseph Simic.
And you just see the advantage of having Crouch in the team as well, John, defensively. as well as in forward situations.
It's all boiled down to the last 5 minutes. And there in the stand, Prince William and Brian Barwick, the chief executive. Goodness knows what's going through his mind. If it stays like this, there'll be some big decisions to make. But wait, here's a chance for Darren Bent. Oh, so close! The first time he got into the game.
Well, he did brilliant, you know, because he just held the defender off. At first instance, you think the defender's going to be favourite for this ball, and he just pure strength knocks him out of the way, hits it as well. Left foot half volley, he's unlucky.
Just clipped the roof of the net as it went over. Cernat. Beckham not in the game at the moment. They can't get the ball to him. Micah Richards. Lampard. Gerrard. Beckham outside now.
No. Needs it to his feet, doesn't he? Got to go to his feet.
It's getting very close now. Rakitic. Touched by Beckham to Crouch. Gerrard trying to force his way through. Croatia have nobody in the England half at the moment. This is Cernat. Now Chorluka's decided to make a run on the near side. Cernat's lost it now. Chance for England now. Lampard, oh. It's an England throw forced by Lampard. Aimed at Crouch, but not far enough. Another chance for Bridge. It may not be too late for England. This is Lampard. And Croatia get the ball out. England are 2 minutes away, plus stoppage time, from European Championship oblivion. Carson takes the kick. Crouch tries to win it. Bridge. Surely there's going to be one more chance. Surely there is. Lovely turn by Modric. Amidst all this mayhem, we've seen a star in the making there tonight. Cernat. Croatia have got 5 players in attack even at this stage. Chorluka into Petric. Say something, Mark, say something.
I can't.
England just got to plough forward and hope, just hope that something comes off here. Crouch is the target. Defoe, no. Ball's gone out for Bridge to take the throw. Can he get any purpose on this to try and... Well, Crouch is a long way away. Bent is the target now. Whistle's gone. Free kick to Croatia.
Yeah, far back, Lescott. Well, there's no subtlety required anymore, John. It's just get the ball into the opposition penalty area, challenge, don't foul, hope you get a break.
Andorra 0, Russia 1 with 5 minutes to go. 3 extra minutes here at Wembley will be signalled. England need 1 goal to save, well, to save a whole welter of criticism, to say the least. All the old doubts will be resurfaced unless they score here, and some of them would be anyway.
Johnson to kick long. It's now or never for England. Bent, Defoe. It just won't fall to a white shirt. Petric. Forward again from Campbell. Ball's bounced. Oh, and a wild clearance.
It's a throw-in as well. I thought for a moment it was a corner.
Bridge to take the throw. Lescott's forward, Campbell's forward, everybody's forward. Headed on. Oh, and Johnny and Lescott got a touch on that. And this is a corner. This is a corner. Beckham to take it, please. Richards is in there. Crouch is in there. And Croatia have got the ball away. Rakitic. Oh, and Croatia breaking, and Rakitic is free in the middle. He could finish it here. Number 7. And he's backheeled it, trying to fight. Oh, they've made a mess of it themselves. Niko Kovac. Anything could happen now. 2 minutes to go of extra time. Beckham. Looking for Crouch. Headed away by Josie Simonic. Goodness me, I don't know how to deal with this.
Just confusing as well there. Micah Richards, who stayed up front. And
Franjic to Modric. Sorry, Mark. Carry on.
No, I just think this is where Croatia have been brilliant, John. The way they've kept the ball under pressure has been an abject lesson to any other team. Look, play for a foul, slow the game down, push everybody out. They've been very, very good.
Niko Kovac won that free kick. Slaven Bilic.
He's saying stick it in the corner.
He just wants to win here. He wants to win.
Absolutely.
And of course win the group, which they would be delighted about. That's where he wants it. We're in the last minute of extra time, of added time. Is there one last hope for Steve McLaren? If there is, it's got to come now. Lescott. Headed on by Crouch. Oh, what a good ball that is. Modric now. Rakitic. Oh, and then they've got a free kick. It's forward, they're screaming. Gerrard. Still a chance, Lescott. Seconds left, Gerrard. Everybody's gone forward for England. Away by Cernar, Rakitic. And England are out of the European Championships. Unless Andorra score against Russia in the next 3 minutes. England players standing, lying in disbelief. Steve McLaren shepherded away. Croatia celebrate what for them has to be seen as a memorable victory. And Wembley is stunned. There are sounds of disbelief, there's a bit of booing. There are people standing just trying to take in what's happened. England were 2-0 down. They got back to 2-2, which was a qualification position. And then they conceded a third goal. And the substitutes and the injured players come on as Carson hangs his head. And the scene is one of desolation at Wembley. Haven't seen it quite like this since, well, probably when Germany won here back in 2000, but that wasn't anything like as significant as this. Slaven Bilic, well, he's entitled to look delighted. Our studio are keeping us informed about what's happening with the Russia game, because you can't take anything for granted in this group, but it would be the miracle of all miracles if Andorra scored now. They're into 3 minutes of injury time there. Still 1-0 to Russia, so Gus Hiddink within touching distance now. Mark Lawrence, you can take the pressure off me here by just saying a few things about this game.
Well, let's congratulate Croatia. I think they played extremely well, John. But, you know, after the abject first-half performance by England, made the changes at half-time, got themselves back into the game at 2-2. At 2-2, it was a job done, but you just felt they'd slowly started to back away, England. And then, of course, the winner came from Croatia. And I think once the third goal got in and went in, England never really looked like scoring again. A half chance for Bent. Apart from that, really, too little, too late.
Just before we hand back to Gary, Mark, it would be irresponsible not to say that this defeat will have ramifications, probably for Steve McLaren, but that's to be obviously decided later, and the faces tell the story here. Gary, it's unbelievably for me, England 2, Croatia 3.
Yes, when you're clinging to the hope that Andorra will equalise against Russia, having lost all 29 of their previous European qualifiers, you know your country and your team are in desperate trouble.
Well, if you'd been brutally honest, they got what they deserved. Technically inferior. They were out-thought, outplayed, out-fought. Realistically, Croatia could have won by 6 or 7. It's definitely a low point in English history because just the nature of the performance tonight with so much at stake was just abysmal. It really was. It was truly abysmal.
You ever seen a game with so many England players play so poorly?
I haven't, to be honest. I think you can get away with 1, maybe 2, not playing to their potential or the maximum, sorry, at this level. But I can only think of probably Peter Crouch tonight, who was actually went out and played anywhere near the standard you'd expect of these players. Why? You can look at everything. You can look at the system. You can look at the players. Are they good enough? Ferdinand was out injured. Terry was out injured. Rooney was. Owen was. Were the players that come in to fill the gap? Were they good enough? You can look at a whole host of things. But the brutal fact is that we didn't deserve to go through on tonight's performance.
Well, there's no miracle. Confirmation has just come through that Russia have won in Andorra by 1-0, and let's show you what that means for the group table. I think you all know it by now. Croatia go through as group leaders. Russia sneak ahead of England, and the England players will have the summer off. Simple as that, Ian, and it's a desperately bad night for English football.
Well, it is. When you consider, I'm desperately disappointed. I'm disappointed for myself, disappointed for fans, disappointed for Sean. You know, when you consider the fact that we got handed a chance, it's almost like you think, gosh, what more do you need to do? Raise yourselves. You've got a chance now to get through. And it was just like every single time Croatia attacked, it was like, you know, I thought they were going to score. You know, like the last goal, especially the third goal, you know, there was no one around him within 10 yards when he struck that.
They got the lifeline, they got a soft penalty. It was a penalty, it was a soft penalty. And then they get the goal. Brilliant ball in from Beckham, great goal from Crouch. And then, but you quite rightly said, you thought that England needed another one because Croatia and the break are really good. Very, very
England
good.
was so poor defensively.
Well, England, you know, we said at half-time, the minute you come up the pitch is when you find out how good your back four are. And the 2 centre-backs were poor. The left-back, Wayne Bridge, just had one. And unfortunately, the big 2 in the middle of the park didn't play well either. Steven Gerrard, I can't believe how badly he played as well.
Alan, the last time England lost a competitive game here at Wembley, Kevin Keegan resigned. Steve McLaren, days are numbered, do you think?
Probably. I don't think he'll resign. I think he'll have to be asked to leave rather than resign. I think the pressure will be just unbelievable for him to stay on now, and no, it wouldn't surprise me if the FA were to end his term.
It wasn't just the defeat; it was the manner of the defeat.
Yeah,
they played like you know, right from when they lost the first goal, they played like a team of strangers. And again, in a game of this magnitude, I mean, if you look at the Croatian team, and all right, they were very good technically, and we said they were good in the break, but they had a system of play that everybody understood. And it's the way they play all the time. I mean, if you look at 30 games that the Croatian team have played, I bet they play like that every single time. Whereas England...
Chop and change.
And, you know, English players like playing a certain way.
So what I couldn't fathom out again is that we got back into the game 2-2, whether we deserved to do that or not, because they still missed 2 or 3 good chances, Croatia. But for the 15 minutes to go, I heard Mark Lawrenson say what England don't need to do now is sit back, and they've done that. I mean,
we've seen it so many times before.
They've done the hard work in getting back to 2-2, and I just thought, well, why change? Well, let's have to get them further up the park.
The big problem with sitting back is if you sit back and you have 2 lines of 4, we've seen so many times that it needs something special to get through.
Players against,
but they were sitting back, and there was like huge gaps between the back 4 and the midfield 3 or 4. And that's what happened with the winning goal. Nobody got tight quick enough, and it ends up in the back of the net.
Well, the writing was on the wall from the early stages of the game, and horrific error from Scott Carson. He made 1 or 2 terrific saves late on, but he'll be remembered for this.
Well, you know, big game under extreme pressure. Again, you go back to the technique of the goalkeeper. We could make excuses about the pitch, but he's got to get his whole body behind that, so that if he misses it with, it's going to come back off his body.
The thing with it, Al, is that fact Cranshaw's done the right thing there, because like a new goalkeeper, slippy pitch, have a shot. This one.
Well, this is the second goal. I mean, we've said before, Lescott should do better there, then Sol Campbell should go across, but then you still got enough white jerseys back there.
One ball beats 5.
Yeah, 1 ball beats 5, and it's in the back of the net. And then from there on, it's a long, long way back. And then, as I say, they get the lifeline with this penalty kick, because I think it is a penalty kick, but...
Do you?
Well, I think he tugs the jersey. Just at the back.
You don't get them very often, do you?
There, you just see it.
There.
Yeah, you just saw it at the back there.
Yeah. There was no need to do it, because the keeper was going to clear him. I mean, the pressure on Frank here was incredible. Give him his due, he stuck it away very well, and that got the crowd going, what we said at half-time. It gave them something to shout about.
This was the best bit of English play of the night.
I mean, what a fantastic ball this was from David Beckham. I can't tell you how difficult a ball this is. It's actually first time with a little bit of swerve on it, and a great touch and a great finish from Crouch. And for once, we had 2 or 3 bodies in the box that we were able to hit.
This is the one now. Look how much space he's got. Look at that.
Well, this is it. There's 3 around about him, but
you've got to feel sorry for
if you're the central defenders there, Ian, you've got to come up.
You've got to.
It's part and parcel of defending.
I think that goal more than any summed the England performance up tonight for me, because he's come inside and we've got back to 2-2, and there's no one within 3 or 4 yards of him who's prepared to break the neck and actually go and get hit and smack with the ball.
You always get one chance. You always get one.
He just wouldn't come down. He wouldn't come. He'd try to get it down, and he's off balance.
I think he's unlucky there, because he did really well.
When it hit the net, we all thought.
Oh, I thought it was in. All the guys were jumping up, but they didn't deserve anything. The way they played.
How do you sum this night for England?
Well, the thing, we've been on it is devastating. The roller coaster ride we've been on. You'd have to say, I was nervous before. I said to you, Al, I just feel nervous, you know. And I think that at the end of the day, I don't think we deserve to go through on what we done in this group. And we was hoping and praying, and we got a lifeline and still threw it away. We didn't deserve to go through this time.
Final thoughts, Alan?
I'm just devastated like everyone else. I mean, when you get a chance, you've got to take them in football, and I just can't believe that so many England players were how poor they were tonight. They really were. I mean, you often get 1 or 2 in a game that'll be poor, but I mean, there was 10 out there tonight that were really poor.
We watched England play against 3 teams here where they won convincingly. Tonight they were up against a decent side, and they played like a team of strangers. And when you talk about low points in English football history, this is one of them.
They don't get much lower than this. That's it from us on the night that England failed to qualify for Euro 2008. Good night.